I was put on this earth to seek and destroy and to hurt people. Is that sadistic? Maybe to some people. Not to me. I enjoy it. It's what I do. That's why I'm here.
So welcome to From the Rafters podcast. I am Curtis.
I am Kevin. We are here for you guys, and we are here to talk of everything WWE, TNA, Lucha Underground. We'll go in depth with all of that stuff. Now today, however, is our WrestleMania preview.
WrestleMania preview.
This is the day, 2 days before WrestleMania.
What are we, Friday now? I'm ready for this shit already.
We're on Friday. Everybody's all set to go. We got Hall of Fame tomorrow. It's that weekend.
I got my baby Bray Wyatt beard going. It's been going since last October.
Took you fucking forever to get that shit going. We got the network running on the TV right here with us.
All day, 24/7 access.
We got the news. We're biting our tongues. We're not trying to check these sources yet.
I haven't checked dirt sheets in God, what, 2 months?
It's been at least a month for me.
Really?
I have spoiled something for me.
Oh no.
Hopefully that's not the case. I gotta see into it though. It's been a month.
Do you have to wait till Raw?
I have to wait till 5 minutes after WrestleMania.
Oh God.
And at 5 minutes after WrestleMania is when I'm gonna know. Okay, now I can go back and look at this shit.
Yeah.
And see what was right and what was wrong.
We're going to dig back 2 months. We're going to dig back from Royal Rumble.
Oh, we're going at least the Royal Rumble. The second the Royal Rumble ended is when we had to try to stop. So we have a lot of catching up to do. This is the very first podcast that we are doing. This is what we have decided to do, finally get started. This has been months and months in the making.
This is our prologue.
This is an introduction for all of you guys. This is you guys kind of being able to understand where we're coming from, what we really see in this right now, and what we see is something that we have grown a passion for. And then we're just here to kind of share this passion with you guys as well.
Let's do it.
That being said, let's tell you about ourselves. We are From the Rafters. Little catchy name. I hope you guys like it. You can find us on Twitter, Raptors Podcast. We have, we have emails. We'll give you guys the email address a little bit later on. You guys have questions for us.
I'm giving out my Snapchat too.
Giving out Snapchats over here, Mr. Snapping. We are on Facebook, From the Raptors Podcast. So there's a page on Facebook as well. If you guys
like us, please like us.
And most importantly, share us. Tell people about us. Let people know who we are. That's the biggest thing that we can ask for from all you guys.
Hey, we follow back, by the way, on Twitter. I know there's a bunch of people that say, "Oh, follow us at blah 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 blah," and they never follow you back. We follow back, so don't worry about that.
Guaranteed, the second that we know that you guys are there, we're gonna follow you guys, and we're gonna definitely try to reach out to you as often as possible. We know what it's like. We are the guys that tweet out to everybody off the time and go, please tweet us back. Please say something to me. I freaked out a couple months ago when Mick Foley favorited one of my tweets. It's that kind of seriousness.
Yeah, I was super jelly.
That's the kind of guys that we are. We're going to give it to you real. We're normal guys. We're two guys that like wrestling. We have friends that like wrestling that we got into this. You guys will be hearing from them on Sunday. But we're really here just to shoot the shit. We're here to talk. Forgive us ahead of time for all the foul language that we're going to drop, because I guarantee you I'm going to drop some foul language you're not going to like. But that being said, we're here for you guys as well. We're doing this for all of y'all as well as all for us. So let's get into it. We are here 2 days away from WrestleMania.
The
card is ready to go. The final card has been thrown out there, and let's go ahead and just jump right into it. The first match that we have on the card is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And this one's gonna actually just got bumped over to pre-show, which is a good thing because no one really gives a shit about that match. No offense.
Sorry, guys.
It's a filler. It's a hey everybody get into the match kind of deal, which is cool. But at the same time, no one really gives a shit. Listing off people that are in it: The Ascension, Kane, Big Show, Titus O'Neil, Jack Swagger, Miz, Ryback, Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, and as of last night, our boy Hideo Itami has made it into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Personally, I was going for AJ Neville. Thought he would have been the first one out of there, but just saying.
I was actually pulling for Tyler Breeze.
See, we got Tyler Breeze over here. Now, as of this moment, there's only 20 names listed. My understanding was there was supposed to be 30. I would not be surprised come Sunday we see a couple more NXTers out there.
I hope so. I hope we at least get like 3 guys out there. Give us a top 3. We don't really need all of them out there, but I mean, dang.
Give us something to hope for. Give us something to look at. Let these guys actually showcase what they really do. NXT, we are all big fans of NXT. At least me and Curtis are. If you guys don't have it, I'm gonna plug it in. Get the WWE Network, guys.
It's only $9.99.
It's only $9.99. I already regret
Got my
this
$9.99 T-shirt
I
on.
already regret this plug, but it's worth it, guys. NXT by itself is amazing. A lot better than Raw half the time. The specials they have on there, we're watching the Daniel Bryan Road to WrestleMania 30 special they have on. And if, they have the WWE 24, which is a great series on there. Anyways.
Memorial Battle Royal. Who do you got winning?
So here's the thing. Everybody out there is saying Ryback.
I see that too. The way they've been pushing him on Raw and on SmackDown, real heavy Ryback. But
I'm going Dark Horse, and it's somebody that we haven't seen in months.
Possibly.
We've been seeing his videos and his vignettes coming up, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's gonna go with Sheamus.
You're going with Sheamus. Really? It's your wild card.
I look. Here's my deal. The reason I go for Sheamus is I swear to God I do not want to see that man in the ladder match for the IC title. We'll get to that later on.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to see him over there.
But I feel, you've been playing his videos, you've been hyping up his return. His video stopped 2 weeks ago. Why? I say he comes back in the Memorial Battle Royal. He comes in, he gets some heat, eliminates Ryback at the end. I feel like that's
they had a surprise entrant last year, didn't they? Wasn't it like Bubba Deadly or something like that?
No.
No?
I'll be honest with you. I don't remember last year's Memorial Battle Royal. But this is the
You guys can
point,
tweet us or Facebook us and let us know.
Just us. I'm pretty sure they did, and it's just like the Royal Rumble. You have some surprises here and there. I think last year's was probably even though it's just the first one, it's already the best. Cesaro got the win, which we're both pretty happy about. But now after that, it's now the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal has just become now. So what? Yeah, Cesaro won it last year, but then what? He hasn't done anything with it.
Didn't do anything with it. They gave him a towel. He got a towel out of it.
He got a towel. He got Heyman for a month, and he got a horrible new entrance that we still make fun of every single day.
Yeah.
But apart from that, what does the Battle Royal do for you? Just gives you WrestleMania time?
Just another gimmick right now.
It's a gimmick that's unnecessary, and it's a gimmick that they need to figure out and do something, and change something about it.
It's going to be unnecessary until John Cena wins it.
That being said, Curtis, what is your pick for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?
All right, sleeper pick. Here we go. Damien Mizdow as my sleeper pick to win the Andre Battle Memorial Royale.
I can see that, especially given the promo that was on WrestleMania yesterday, given the recent popularity he's gotten with the fans in recent times. That whole Mizdow gimmick was amazing when they were tagging together. It was amazing as a stunt double. Everybody loved it. We were watching matches where the Usos couldn't contain themselves because it was just that damn funny.
And I love me the Usos.
We all love ourselves some Uso. But I think it's time for Mizdow to kind of get out of that shadow. I definitely see them breaking up after this. I would not be surprised if he wins it. I think it's time for Mizdow to go on his own. Let's see what he can do without the Miz, and let's see how much he can do on his own. It's really that kind of time for it.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they won. Is the Big Show. Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Yes, I think he should win it just for the namesake of him being a goddamn
if that's
giant.
the case, I mean, you have giants like Mark Henry. Now, granted, not as tall, We have guys like Mark Henry. You have Kane in there as well. Why Big Show over all these guys? Granted, that was the case.
He's the one true giant, and I'm surprised he just didn't give it to him off of year one.
Well, they should have given it that was the case because he was the second to last one in there.
Especially if they weren't going to do anything with Cesaro with it. I mean, dang.
Let's not get back into that. Just as a heads up to all you guys listening, I will go on these major rants given the opportunity or given that one word that just sets it off for me. And you're getting ready to go for our next one because we're about to head into the next match on the card. On the pre-show, which is the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Tag Team titles. In this match, of course, we have the Usos, who have lost the titles to the reigning defending champions Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
The Brass Ring Club.
The Brass Ring Club, which is a good name for them.
Hashtag Brass Ring Club.
They also go up against Los Matadores.
I don't even know why they're in that. Wow.
Give me 2 seconds.
All right. Well, I guess they just need to
and the final and fourth team in this is going to be, looks like it's going to be Biggie and Kofi Kingston representing the New Day. Okay. Sit back, relax. This is going to be a minute. Last year, WrestleMania 30. Then, now, forever. This is the biggest WrestleMania of all time. And we have a Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Tag Team titles. Okay, I can see it. There's not, there's a big card. It's stacked. We have guys going back to back. We have guy winning the first match, having to place in the last match. We need time in between. Okay. You have the opportunity to bounce back this year and make a statement and say, we really believe that the tag division is actually making something worthwhile. All the time since WrestleMania, we've been hearing the tag teams have gotten better, the teams have gotten better, the division is ramping up. We have guys in NXT coming up that are ramping up the division.
Oh, they're on fire.
Why are we still putting these guys in the pre-show to WrestleMania? And why is it a Fatal 4-Way match? Give two teams. We all know it should be the Usos. We all know it should be Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Moving forward, fine. You want to have a second match on the pre-show for a tag team? Put the Matadors versus the New Day for number one contendership. Fine. You figured out where you go on your next step. Why would you do this 2 years in a row? Take a division that you say is on the rise and is making improvements and getting better, and put it down again. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure these guys can steal the show. Usos have known to start off a pay-per-view, and automatically they're the best match of the night. And you're 20 minutes, 30 minutes into it. I guarantee you, if the Usos and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd would have had that show by themselves, that would be your match of the night. Given all the matches that we have left to talk about, given that that's probably the first match you're going to see on the pre-show.
Would you pair them up with one of these three teams that are in the match, or would you pair them up with a whole other tag team if it was just Cesaro and Kidd versus
No, I'd put them against the Usos.
Usos, yeah.
Guaranteed. I think that they had magic the first time. And that was granted. They didn't even. I don't think they went that long. And the rematch was even better on Raw.
It was like a 10-minute match.
The match on Raw was insane, and it was an amazing match. I don't agree too much with the finish. I like the whole Natty semi-heel turn kind of deal that they had going on with the rematch.
She needs to be like a sensational Sherry type or something like that. They need to do something with Natty. She needs to get angry and aggressive.
She does. I would not be surprised if in a couple months we see Cesaro and Tyson with the tags and tag titles, and when we see Natty with the Divas Championship. I would definitely like to see that. I wouldn't be surprised. Personally, though, going into this match, I'm giving it to Cesaro and Kidd. They're
all the way.
They have this new. Let's be real. You hear two random guys getting put together. Nowadays, they're not going to last. But we see these two guys get put together, and automatically it's some kind of legitimacy behind that tag team. Oh, these two guys together? Yeah. These guys are going somewhere. These guys are going to do something. It's just a matter of what and how long they're going to do it for. Eventually we will see them split up just because this is what WWE loves to do. But for now, I see them in the short-term time now for the next couple months. They're going to be the top team in WWE. And don't be surprised, come December, we've got Slammy Award time. They're your tag team of the year.
I'm glad that they finally shining some light on Tyson. I know he got put in an awkward situation with Total Divas, but that show allowed him to show personality.
I'm glad you actually watched that show.
Yeah, well, So yes, I watch Total Divas. I love it.
I agree. Tyson's been back and forth too much. You know, hey, we're gonna have you on the main roster, and let's not forget. And I guarantee most of you have forgotten. He was a tag team with the Darren Hart Smith a few years ago.
David Hart Smith. What do you call himself?
I forgot what he gave his. He was in the.
He's in New Japan right now. I know that much. He's kicking some ass.
Right. He's kicking ass in New Japan, which we will eventually talk about for some time here. It's not his first time around here in a tag team. You know,
no, he's definitely a veteran.
He was definitely with him before. They did great before. Natty was with them as well. He knows what he's doing when it comes to tag team wrestling, and he has an idea of what he's doing. You know, even as a singles competitor, I think he's still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
He's been given the bad reputation, bad hoopla, whatever you want to call it. Just constantly going back and forth with NXT, coming up and then not doing anything in the main roster, getting kicked to superstars. Hey, we're gonna send you back down to NXT some more. It's too much going on there in terms of what to do with Kid exactly. So it's very, very disappointing.
What's the next match on the card?
Now we're gonna start getting into the main matches. Now those are the only two pre-show matches going on at the moment. We have 7 matches set for the main show beginning at 7 o'clock. We're gonna start off with the future match. Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton.
You guys can't see it, but I'm smiling real hard.
Oh, you already know I'm smiling.
I've asked around, and everyone's like, "Hey, this is gonna be the show stealer off break." They already know. There's some people that are pulling for that Intercontinental Championship ladder match to be the show stealer, but I don't know how you can pass this one up. Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, just their names, no stipulations. We don't even need any stipulations. Just that alone.
It's the future versus, it's who's
the
who's
Viper.
The future. Is the future the Viper? Is he still the future? Is the future now Seth Rollins?
Oh, I still think he's
got it. I've been telling you
it
all week that the future starts on Sunday.
No,
with Seth Rollins.
The Viper will continue his reign, and there will be RKOs for everyone. Maybe the ref even may get an RKO. He plays his cards, all right?
No, guaranteed this is gonna give you one of the top matches of the night, if not I'm having very trouble speaking here, guys. It will be either the top match, if not, it will guarantee to be one of the top 3. We have a stacked card. We all know it. We've all seen it. The matches on here, it's WrestleMania. You have to step up at WrestleMania, and these guys are guaranteed to step up. There is no way that we will go into this match and come out of it thinking, they should have done this on Raw.
I definitely see a future heavyweight championship headline with these two with the name in it.
It's definitely something that's going to be there and very easily could be in the offing in the future. I personally, I have to give it to Seth Rollins.
You're pulling for Seth.
Let's. I mean, come on.
My man Randy has been on a rampage on Raw, on SmackDown, everywhere, up and down, RKOing everybody but the grandma. I'm pulling for my man Randy. I have to.
Yeah, Randy's been doing a heck of a job on late.
Ever since his return. What do you mean? Would he return at the Rumble?
I love the swerve that he gave Orton the first couple of weeks that he's been back and saying, hey, no, it's nothing personal. There's nothing against you. We're all right. And then to just take him to town. I'm talking like just take him off. He went on a whole new level on that. I think, however, Rollins knows what he's doing in the ring. Rollins has a backup plan. And let's be real. Granted, it's WrestleMania. These guys are going to put a hell of a show. If
Perhaps
Orton,
a J&J security backup plan.
I have a feeling J&J security will not be an issue in this matchup. Orton can pretty much guarantee that. But I still see Seth Rollins pulling this out. And, that match with Brock and John Cena, triple threat, that was all Seth Rollins in that match. That was Seth Rollins' match, regardless of since he lost or not. It doesn't matter. I see him in this match just going to a whole new level, going to extreme new heights, and just taking out the Viper. And we'll see what happens in moving there. And I have a little more to go with that, but I'll stop there with Seth Rollins. I don't know if you have anything else to add there.
No, I'm good. Let's move on to the next match. I know my man Randy's gonna pull this one out for me.
Well, it's okay if you keep on believing, even though you know it's not gonna happen. Next on the card, we're gonna talk about our lovely divas match. Paige and AJ
The
versus
frenemies,
the frenemies, the weirdos, the outcasts, whatever they like to call themselves.
freaks and geeks.
Against the Bellas.
Oh, the delicious Bellas.
Scrumptious.
That Nikki Bella boy. Oh my God. Wait, we better not even get into this.
This is a whole nother discussion for another later time. I don't even want to go this. It's you haven't seen SmackDown. If you haven't seen SmackDown, they've set up a great promo and they had a great interaction, great promo on SmackDown. I felt like it's probably been the best Divas segment in a while. And let's be real, give Divas a chance. It's about time that they're giving these Divas a chance. And I'm glad to see that they're actually going to get onto the main card at WrestleMania. Last year we had the Vicky Guerrero Invitational, where it was every Diva for themselves trying to take over, AJ's title at that time.
Was it a AJ's title? Was it a vacant title?
It was AJ's title at the time.
It was AJ's title.
Part of her historic 200 plus solid days as champion and longest Divas champion reign. I'm glad to see that they're getting their own time, and we would love to see the Divas title up for grabs. But I think this is just as good. You're getting 4 of the top Divas in the division at the moment, going in the same ring at the same time, just going at it. You can tell there's some kind of natural hatred there. There might not be very easily, but they're doing a great job of just showing that hatred towards each other. It's a matter of who wants it more, who's willing to pull on the better show at this night. Guaranteed, I can see the Bellas walking out as the winners.
I don't see how anyone cannot see the Bella Twins as the underdogs against a Paige and an AJ Lee. What?
You go into this and it's and you don't see them as the underdog. I'm sorry, you don't. You have Nikki Bella, your Divas champion, who's been killing it in the ring, who's taken. Now, granted, the Divas match against Paige this weekend or this Raw was a little upsetting, with the interference and all that. But I don't think you have a Diva that's better than her at this moment. Not saying that Paige and AJ and Brie and all the other girls are doing a good job, but Nikki at this point is taking it to a whole nother level, and I think her promos lately have been on point and have been pretty good.
I think she had the best 2014 last year out of all the Divas. You can tell she stepped it up in the ring, promo-wise. Everything's looking a lot sharper and tighter. She's definitely getting put over for sure, no problem. And I think she's going to prove herself to 2 women who think that they are or should be at the very top of the Diva division. But the reason that they're not is because no one is working as hard as Nikki Bella right now. No one.
I have to agree. It's a situation where Nikki Bella is just taking that division. Granted, AJ did the same thing when she was doing the Divas, being the Divas champion and taking it to new heights. But it's a position now where I think as the Divas champion, you have to do that. If you're not a good Divas champion, you're not elevating the game. You're not pushing all these other divas up and making sure that the competition is staying at a higher height or a higher level, excuse me. You have to be able to push yourself every night. You have to find different ways of pulling it out each night. And I think Nikki's been able to do that one way or another. So I guarantee you this will be one of those matches that you will remember in WrestleMania. We will very easily get a "This is awesome, this is wrestling" chant going on. We see those all the time at NXT Divas, and now we're going to see it in the main roster. And it's about damn time.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear those "This is awesome" chants for the main roster girls, because the rookies down in NXT they have just been killing it. And we already know the future's bright for the Divas division, but let's see if they can keep the candle lit.
See if they can keep that flame going. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next match. All right, our next match of the night will be Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. Now, of course, if you're a wrestling fan, you obviously know our hatred towards WWE last year and the ending of the streak.
I
with
think
Brock
everybody
Lesnar.
was. We remember we all looked at each other and we were just like, "What the hell just happened?"
None of us thought it would have happened.
The ref looked around. Everybody looked around.
I was. Let's not get into what I was. I don't think there was anybody ever out there other than Brock Lesnar, everybody in the back, everybody backstage, that really knew what was going on. Now, granted, that gave you probably your best WrestleMania moment of the last 10 years. Do I think it should have gone down like that? Hell no. I'm a guy that believes that The Undertaker is of course guaranteed Hall of Famer, without a doubt.
No doubt.
I feel like Undertaker should have retired undefeated. He's done enough for this company, enough for this business, that he deserves that credibility. That, hey, you know what? In my entire career, I went without ever losing at WrestleMania, and I worked my ass off to do that. And you know what? I think he should have had that. And I think he should have very easily had that opportunity and given that chance. That being said, a year later, okay, let's move on. Forget it. Streak's over. Let's keep going. Bray Wyatt has come out and said he is the newest face of the new face of fear, the Eater of Worlds. Let's be honest, Bray Wyatt has been killing it in promos and killing it this past 2
Every
months.
single week, the man comes out and he delivers like the mailman.
It's been a long time since we've seen a performer come out and on a weekly basis, week after week after week after week, deliver it either in the ring or in the mic. Now, granted, we haven't seen many matches from him lately. Do we need to, though? Have we needed to? Look at where we are right now. We haven't seen The Undertaker in a year. Yet we just spent this entire past 2 months building up to the biggest WrestleMania, one of the biggest WrestleMania matches that we've ever seen on the card, with Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker.
So happy. We were talking about this 2 years ago when we first saw
When Bray
the Wyatt family.
first, exactly. It was one of those things where we were ready to just see The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt, and we all knew when Bray Wyatt first came out, this was going to be the passing of the torch. This was, hey, you know what? You're the newest phenom. You're the newest dark side of this company. This is where you go on moving forward. We didn't get that. I think I would have been better with Bray Wyatt ending that streak than Brock Lesnar. I would have understood it a little bit more at that time.
Especially if he was going to call himself the new face of fear. That would have been perfect.
That would have been the exact reason to call himself the new face of fear. That being said, I think for the first time ever, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, I see The Undertaker losing a second match at WrestleMania. And yeah, granted, second time we're saying this, of course. It's only his second time. But I think there's too much from last year. I think Bray Wyatt is just on a whole new level right now. He's rolling. I don't see Bray Wyatt starting off his WrestleMania career 0-2.
So do you really think that he needs to beat The Undertaker to get the rub? I mean, he's going to get the rub either way. He's in the match. That's the rub right there.
Let's be real. He's had the rub already. If you're not a believer of Bray Wyatt, listening to all his promos his last 2 months, will you ever be a believer? You don't need, granted, this match doesn't have to go that way. I don't see The Undertaker winning it. And I think it's a part of a way to set up for next WrestleMania, because let's be real, this isn't his last one. I don't know if you've seen the photos, but Undertaker's looking fit. All right, I'm talking The Undertaker's looking like he's going to fucking kill somebody. I see him in next WrestleMania kind of deciding where we go from there, and kind of wondering, should he come back? I see The Undertaker getting inducted in the Hall of Fame next year. I'm jumping many, many steps already, but, I see that happening. I see that match being his final match, being his retirement match. Up until then, though, I just don't see him winning this match.
Due to his age, are you a little disappointed it's not a stipulation, like a casket or a buried alive match? That would be epic if that was like a buried alive match with Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That would be awesome.
I don't get me wrong.
Sorry, that's me fantasy booking.
The hashtag fantasy booking. We do a lot of that in this show, by the way. You're gonna hear a lot of fantasy bookings while you're listening to us. I would love the idea of a casket match, a buried alive match. I don't think I think it's been way too long since we have a buried alive
I don't remember
match.
the last time we had one. It may have
it's
been
been
Kane and
fucking
somebody
years.
on a SmackDown or something.
No,
It's
it
been
was,
a while.
It was buried alive was definitely Vince. I think the last one I remember seeing was Vince McMahon versus the Undertaker, where Kane turns on the Undertaker, and ends up
Corporate Kane? Is that when he goes Corporate Kane?
That one set up WrestleMania 20.
Oh, God.
That's how long it's been since I remember buried alive. I'm sure that we've had some since then.
You guys got to tweet us.
You guys are research. Come on, guys, help us out. But I think that
Bray Wyatt and the Fireflies pull this off? Do you really think so?
I still think that I would have loved to have seen this as a buried alive match. Though I think that would have been amazing.
I don't see the Undertaker losing twice in a row. There's no way.
Hey, there's a nobody ever thought he would see him lose the first time.
I see a tombstone in Bray Wyatt's future.
That doesn't mean he's gonna lose. That doesn't mean that. Remember, many people have seen tombstones in their lifetimes. Just ask Shawn Michaels, Triple H, CM Punk, even though he's kind of voodoo right now and bad to say, but whatever. They've all seen tombstones. I'm just saying. Doesn't always mean that they're gonna automatically lose the first time. I just don't see the Undertaker bouncing back right now. Maybe next year.
So who's your pick? Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt. I'm gonna stick with Bray Wyatt. I think that's the best way to go at this point. If I'm wrong, thank God. I don't want to be right twice or once, whatever.
I think the kid takes the L. I think the kid's gonna. He's in the match. I think that's fine. That's all they want from him, just to perform well. But
Let me ask you this then. Now that we're talking about the match itself, do you see the Undertaker happening what happened last year, where he takes him 6 months to walk again, or what we feel like is 6 months to even hear anything about him walking again, and collapsing backstage?
No. I think Bray Wyatt has more technique than Brock Lesnar. It's going to be less physical of a match than Brock Lesnar. It's going to be more of a storytelling match.
Let's
And
be real. Brock Lesnar was just throwing people out all over the place, which was horrible.
German suplexes for everybody.
Landing on top of their heads. Anyways, go on with your point.
So I honestly don't see. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Okay. Well, we'll find out on Sunday. Like I said, Sunday.
Oh, that we shall.
We are 2 days away from WrestleMania, guys. It's the favorite time of the year. It's the best time of the year. The games are everybody's stepping up in their game, and it's about time to see what you guys can bring to the table, and what everybody is really made of. With WrestleMania, though, I'm gonna love this segue. With WrestleMania, though, comes special matches, and special people that come up and come in every once in a while. And we have the privilege, after 14 some odd years, to finally be able to see the Icon Sting. And I will call him the fucking Icon, not the Vigilante, you piece of shit, Michael Cole. The Icon Sting.
I can't stand that name, the Vigilante.
Versus Triple H. This is a match that should have been done in the Attitude Era. Could have easily been done in the Attitude Era.
14 years ago, where were you?
I don't even want to think about that. Guaranteed. I mean, the promos these last couple of weeks, we finally heard from Sting directly on Raw, which was amazing. I don't know about you, I marked out pretty bad when I saw that. What can we see out of Sting? Sting is I don't know the exact age. Sting is older. It's been a couple years since we've seen Sting and
I think he's 57. I think he just turned 57, something like that.
Now
Doesn't
you're
even
gonna
matter.
make me look up
The
Sting
man
age.
still looks like he's in tip-top shape. He's going to be able to hang in there. I know he's not going to not be able to hang with Triple H. Triple H is going to take good care of him.
56.
56? Yeah,
There you go.
56. Not too shabby.
I see this match getting a lot of heat and getting a lot of airtime. I see it as one of those, hey, we're gonna be here for a while, guys. We're definitely gonna take advantage of this match. So I'm curious to see where they go with it, how they book it, how they let it go. It's gonna be a good match to see. I think everybody's excited for it. These last couple weeks with Sting and Triple H have been pretty great. I don't know how Randy Orton does not go crazy having Sting next to him in the ring, kicking ass. I'm just saying, I would have flipped the shit.
I love the fact that they keep teasing that they're going to get into an altercation. They just haven't gotten to an altercation yet. I think that's great that they're saving that for WrestleMania.
You know, there've been the one-offs where, you know, Triple H gets a death drop at what was it, Survivor Series,
Yeah.
and then you get the bat hit it with the bat at Fastlane, which is good. You know, you're saving up for that WrestleMania moment, which is amazing. And I'm sure it will be in a WrestleMania moment, and we'll be talking about it for years. And I gotta give it to Sting.
Yeah.
But it's that idea that how can you say that and have Triple H go
What we were watching
WrestleMania today?
WrestleMania today earlier on the network, and he's what 4? He's 0-4 the past 4 years for WrestleMania.
2 Undertakers.
2 Undertakers, a Daniel Bryan, and
I think he lost to Brock Lesnar.
and a Brock Lesnar.
No, he beat Brock Lesnar.
Was it? It was 2 Undertakers, a Daniel Bryan, and
2 Undertakers, Daniel Bryan, and
somebody.
Now it's gonna be Sting for 4
but that's I don't know. I mean, you don't bring a Sting back to lose, so I mean, we're gonna see a great match out of the both of them. I'm just upset they're bringing it back, this whole WCW versus WWE thing. Like,
Well, let's be real. That was the best time. That was the best time in terms of wrestling. Now, when you have the invasion angle, and you have these WCW guys randomly coming on and appearing on Raw, and then out of nowhere, you know, attacking somebody and then running away. It's what kept us at the edge of our seats back in the day. Now, granted, nowadays I don't want that to be the case. I don't want to hear, oh, it's WCW versus WWE now, because it's not the case anymore. I think now it's just, this is Sting, this is the man, this is the icon, versus the game, versus the man that changed WWE. Let's be real. The game has been one of those people that transformed the WWE and how it was, how it is, how it's going to be. It's like you said, I don't see Sting coming back just to lose. I don't see this being Sting's only opportunity in WWE. I'm pretty sure we'll see him a couple more times. I don't expect this to be a one and done kind of deal. But I got Sting winning it at WrestleMania. Amazing match. I guarantee you it's going to be a 5-star match. I feel like I've said this about every single match tonight, where every single one's going to be 5 stars. But that's what WrestleMania is, right?
yep,
That's
5 stars all the way.
Should be. Granted, the only one that's not guaranteed to be 5 stars is the Battle Royal, because let's be real, it's Battle Royal. But I guarantee you, I mean, it's a fight. It's not a wrestling match, it's a fight.
Sledgehammer versus that good old baseball bat.
It's the two weapons that it is. Who's your pick?
I'm gonna roll with Sting. I'm confident that he's gonna come back. He's gonna do some major ass kicking. I kind of do want to see a Stephanie McMahon interference, but I'm ready to see some Stinger splashes. It's been far too long that we've been waiting year after year. What, past 3 years, where we've just been being teased that possibly we could see him versus Bray Wyatt or versus The Undertaker at a WrestleMania.
Every single dark vignette we've ever seen for the past 5 years.
We as fans, we deserve this.
Has been it's Sting. It's Sting's time. Remember that time when it was Triple H getting ready to go against Undertaker, and we saw the Western music and the freaking random guy with the coat, long trench coat, walking in the dark with boots, and everybody's freaking out because like it's about time it's Sting, and then it turns out being the Undertaker, and everybody's like, damn it, I wanted it to be Sting, you know. So I think it's as fans, we're ready for this. We've never been more ready. We're excited. We can't wait to see this match happen on Sunday, which should be a good one. Now it's time to get into the more important matches, and I mean that loosely, and the only reason I call it an important match. It's because the straps are up for grabs, and it's time to put those straps on the line, and let's see who comes out the better men on this one. All right, we're gonna start off with the United States title match. You got John Cena versus Rusev. I'll let you go.
John Cena versus Rusev.
I'll let you go.
Now, let me tell you why I think John Cena's gonna win this. Now, I was listening to, shout out to JR and Taz. I believe it was Taz's podcast I was listening to.
See our first name basis with these guys, huh?
And
Yeah,
we're gonna be
like that.
besties.
That's cool.
I can't remember what they were talking about. It's something about Brock Lesnar's getting re-signed.
Yeah.
Now, this all ties in with Brock Lesnar. He's a part-time guy getting full-time money, according to him. And if we don't see our champion all the time, who are we looking for to raise the bar? Obviously, the Intercontinental Championship has been diminished to I don't know how many times I've seen Wade Barrett get pinned, and he's the Intercontinental Champion.
Well, okay.
When I was growing up, Macho Man Randy Savage didn't get pinned on a Saturday Night Live to the Brooklyn Brawler. That doesn't make any sense. So I think that championship, side note, is going to be elevated soon. Hashtag Daniel Bryan. But I think Cena is going to go ahead and win this match. And he's going to be the new face of the United States Championship while we rarely see our Brock Lesnar Heavyweight Championship. I think he's going to take home the gold anyway. We'll talk about that later, though.
Come on, man. You're jumping steps here. Come on.
He's going to go ahead and hold it down for us. I think he's going to be he's going to bring up that title. When was the last time we saw anyone with importance for the United States Championship? I think when Dean Ambrose won it a couple months back, we didn't see him defend it
that title wasn't defended for months.
Months.
I think he had the longest title in I don't know how many years, but that's only because he didn't defend that title very often. Here's the deal. I have to agree with you. John Cena's going to take that. This is going to kill Rusev's momentum. Rusev is coming into this match as the only man to be undefeated at this point in WWE. Since his arrival in the WWE, whether it's been wins by he's never been pinfalled or submitted. Let's put it that way. I think this is finally the time. I don't think it's the right time. I don't think he deserves to be pinned or submitted on Sunday. I personally wish, I know it's not going to happen, that Rusev actually gets this win. I am not a fan of Rusev. Personally, I feel that Rusev is your next what's this guy's name? Big Russian dude used to be
he's our new Vladimir Kozlov.
Vladimir Kozlov. I feel like this is gonna be Vladimir Kozlov part 2, where he comes out and he's dominant when he first comes out and he's unbelievable when he's going for title after title after title, and then he loses the title and becomes irrelevant right away. And I feel like that's where he's headed, unfortunately, because, let's be real, after he loses John Cena, then what? I don't think he wins that title back from John Cena anytime soon. I don't see him really getting a push for anything else without Lana by his side, which I believe Lana will be back on Sunday.
Bring back Lana, please. It's been a lonely couple of weeks without missing Lana there.
We apologize for that. But, I mean, here's my problem with John Cena winning the title this Sunday, and that's nothing to do with the match itself. You have John Cena come out on Monday and get fucking destroyed. I'm talking the man had no chance. He was thrown around like he's a 2-year-old kind of deal. Rusev's Andre the Giant and John Cena's freaking Hornswoggle trying to take him down and pin him down and all that stuff. WWE booked the last Raw for John Cena to get murdered and obliterated. You're kind of giving away the fact that he's going to win on Sunday. How can he not? You're trying to build this concept that, oh my God, Rusev's unstoppable. But yet every time you do, you kind of do the contrary of what you say. You build somebody up, they're going to lose the next match you put him in. I see John Cena taking this win on Sunday. Taking that belt, like you said, elevating it a little bit. I don't think it's going to go past what it is now, though. I don't think it's going to elevate higher than the Intercontinental title. I still feel like the IC title is going to be the number one title whenever Brock Lesnar's not around. We'll move on to that one later on. I just don't see John Cena taking that title and making it bigger than everything else going on right now. Come Sunday, we'll see how the match goes. They put on a hell of a match at Fastlane, which is very rare for me to say about John Cena matches, but it was amazing. I think the last match before this that I actually liked John Cena's match, other than the triple threat with Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar, was the Cesaro match we saw on Raw last year after WrestleMania, which was insane. But I feel like this is gonna be another good match. I hope he follows it up just like they did after Fastlane, because that was an amazing match between the two of them. But yes, I see John Cena coming out with the title. Moving on.
Sweep it, John Cena.
John Cena. That has been said. Let's move on to the match that is said to steal the show. And the match that commentators and analysts all over the world and on WWE and WWE.com are saying will take over the show. And that is the ladder match for the Intercontinental title. We have your reigning defending champion, Bad News Barrett, taking off Dolph Ziggler, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, Stardust, and Daniel Bryan. Now, again, we all love ladder matches. Let's be real. It's probably our favorite match to watch, other than something like a TLC or a cage match or anything like that. And let's be real, half of these guys, if not all of these guys, are amazing when it comes to ladder matches.
Almost all of them have already
have-
been IC champion as well.
You have Dolph Ziggler and Luke Harper, who battled at a couple pay-per-views ago for the IC title themselves in a ladder match. You have Dean Ambrose, who put on a hell of a match against Bray Wyatt a few matches ago.
Definitely a fan favorite out there, that Dean Ambrose.
I think a lot of people are pulling for Dean Ambrose to take this
Jeans
title now.
Ambrose.
You have Daniel Bryan, who is another hot favorite around all the fans, believed to win this title. I mean, you have all these guys that are known to step up when you need to step up. Hell, you have Daniel Bryan, who we're watching right now, fought in 2 matches last WrestleMania, worked his ass off in both matches, and won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. This card is too stacked to be able to say this is your clear-cut favorite. You could easily go for any 4 of these guys and say you're going to be the champion. Now, granted, I don't see R-Truth coming out with that title.
Yeah, sorry, R-Truth. We love you, but you're definitely not going to win this one. Sorry.
R-Truth, you're fun to watch. You're a funny guy. Play off the rapping sometimes, but you're not coming out with this title. Stardust, you have some potential.
God, I really wish I want that. I just want them to do something with him.
I'm a little upset that they didn't continue on with the Goldust Stardust. Grant, the match at Fastlane was horrible. I blame the fans because there was no interaction that WrestleMania, or excuse me, that pay-per-view, to kill that entire Stardust Goldust feud. Even though the promo they cut at the end of it backstage, amazing. I see Stardust as maybe like a 20% chance, 10% chance of winning this. Luke Harper's got to be my other one that's very low.
Oh, that's my dark horse.
That's a dark horse.
That's my
I
guy.
will go with dark horse on that one. I see him that he can stay there and he can put up a good fight. And like I said, I mean, look at that match with Dolph Ziggler he had against for the IC title ladder match, and they killed it to start off the show, which was amazing.
Was that on Raw, the Gauntlet match?
No, that was on SmackDown, the Gauntlet match.
SmackDown was on the Gauntlet match.
Amazing match, by the way, which is unbelievable. But I got Harper as my third to last person to be able to get this title. Now, my personal favorite has always been Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, yeah, you are.
Dolph Ziggler, look, let me be honest. We all have man crushes out there. Dolph Ziggler is my man crush. All right, let's be real. Dolph Ziggler has the attitude, has the charisma, he has the look, he has the appeal, he has the promos, he has everything that he needs to take this Intercontinental title and push it beyond the limits of no one has ever seen before. And we're talking things that haven't been done since Razor and HBK at WrestleMania 10, which tons and tons of people have been talking about when it comes to referencing this title match. I personally want Dolph Ziggler to win it. I don't think he's going to. That's my sleeper pick, I guess you can call it, dark horse sleeper pick, would be Dolph Ziggler. Now you're looking at the top 3 here. Dean, Daniel, and Barrett.
Do you really see Wade as holding the belt though? I mean, geez, it's a ladder match. It's
look at what Barrett has done in the last 2 weeks. Barrett has said, you know what, I'm done with the games. I'm done with, let's be real, I'm done with the bullshit. This is my goddamn title. And he's taking it to these guys and says, you're not doing this. This is my shit. This is mine. This is coming home with me. I think that Barrett could easily put up. Barrett's one of the best brawlers out here we have right now. Now, when it comes to him in a ladder, I don't know how good he is with that. I don't see Barrett coming out as champion though. He's one of my favorites to win it. He's not coming out with it though.
Yeah, he's definitely not. I don't see him. Yeah, I mean, has he even elevated the championship since he's had it?
I don't think. I think.
Now, I know they haven't been putting a lot of shine on the championship just because of the Brock Lesnar situation and Sting and Triple H. There's a lot going on.
But
So I'm sure they're caught in the shuffle.
Your IC title is your number 2 title in this
Number
in this
2.
brand. Regardless of everything that's going on in your company, this needs to be you have to be the one to sit there and go, no. Great, Sting is here, amazing. Great, we have Brock Lesnar back, that's awesome. I'm the IC fucking title champion. I am the IC champion around here. All right, you are gonna fucking pay attention to me, whether you like it or not. And I think this whole gimmick with everybody stealing the title and taking the title away, it's fun in games. Are you putting attention to it? Sure. Hey, look at what they're doing with the IC title. Does it mean it's legitimate? Does it mean it's level? Bringing it up is how it needs to be? Of course not. Far from it. Because you've taken this title and you said, you know what? I'm the champion. I don't really care about this title. He can steal it from me. You've completely just demoted this title as to what it is. I think in order for you to bring this title back up, you need somebody like Dean Ambrose or Daniel Bryan, who I feel are one of the two guys that are going to win this match.
Definitely worthy.
To take this title and say, bring it on. Who wants a title shot tomorrow? Who wants a title shot next pay-per-view? Who wants a title shot in 2 weeks? And I feel like that's exactly what you need to see in order for this title to become number 2 again, to be the Intercontinental title again. Without defending this title, you're not doing anything with it. It's great that you have it. It's not there to be a freaking little thing on your wall. This is the IC title, goddammit. Do something with it.
So you told us your sleeper pick, a Dolph Ziggler, mine as well. Who do you think is going to win it?
In the end, I'm going with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I'm going with Daniel. Not going to be mad either if he wins it.
I won't be mad. I think Daniel Bryan, even look back a couple years, before last, other than the WrestleMania where he got punted in the face 18 seconds into the match and lost the title.
God, that was disappointing.
The last one after that where he was with Team Hell No for the tag titles against Ziggler and Big E. I feel like Daniel Bryan's kind of grown into that WrestleMania spotlight, and he knows what he has to do to kind of take over. I mean, last year, needless to say, took on both guys. We're watching the highlights of the match right now. That's why I'm bringing this up. Took on Triple H, took on Batista, took on Randy Orton, and walked out with the title. I think he put on one of the best performances in WrestleMania in quite a while. I think he has the ability to do it again. You guarantee you got 80,000, 90,000 fans inside that stadium that are going to be chanting for Daniel Bryan. I'm going to say this right now. I think he closes the show. I think you end WrestleMania with the Intercontinental title match with Daniel Bryan walking out, and your last scene of WrestleMania is 90,000 fans doing the yes, just like we saw at last year. Will it repeat it? Yes. Is it worth it? Hell yes. Will it upset anybody? I doubt it.
Moving on.
That, sir, brings us to the quote unquote main event. You're reigning, defending. I need a Paul Heyman.
Yeah, we need. Damn
it, I didn't plan this through. Paul Heyman, clip it right here to introduce the reigning, defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion of the world, Brock Lesnar, going up against Roman Reigns.
Just hearing that gives me goosebumps.
It's amazing. Paul Heyman could announce, somebody's death to me, and I feel like I'd get goosebumps and be excited for it, which is a really horrible thing to say, but God hope I don't have to deal with that anytime soon. But I mean, that's the kind of guy Paul Heyman is. Yes, you can laugh out loud. That's fine with me. That's the kind of guy Paul Heyman is to me. I feel like regardless of, you can listen to Paul Heyman. Whatever Paul Heyman has to say, you're gonna listen. You're gonna love it.
It's gold.
It's money.
They've been doing a lot of promos for the main event as well. I know I had texted you earlier in the week, but I think you were a little tied up, and I was just like, you gotta check out Sports Nation with, of course, Michelle Beadle, who is a total mark for the business.
Michelle, if you by any chance are listening to this, we love you.
We love you,
please come
Michelle.
on our podcast?
And she had brought out Roman Reigns to do this little punching speed bag gimmick.
I actually did see this.
You saw that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I tried to Snapchat it to you, and all you hear is Brock Lesnar's music. Now I freak out, and I'm just like, oh no, Brock Lesnar's about to come out. And who is it? None other than Paul Heyman, who comes out and cuts a promo on Sports Nation. It was wild.
I think, I hope I don't offend anybody with this. I think we can all sit here and say, Paul Heyman is the best manager to have ever managed an advocate in the WWE of all time. Now, granted, you have classy Freddie Blassie. You have guys like
Bobby Heenan.
You have all these guys that have been great, amazing managers. In the day that we live in now, and how things go now, there's never been a manager that would have been able to keep up with everything as it is now, like Paul Heyman.
And yes, Marks, we understand that he doesn't like to be called a manager. He wants to be known as an advocate. We're gonna call him a manager anyway. Damn it, he's a manager.
He takes the concept of professional wrestling and not just going on TV every week, but He's active on Twitter. You got this guy, doing these shows, doing these appearances on these shows.
Heyman Hustles.
Heyman
Shout out to
Hustle.
Heyman Hustles.
Shout
Hashtag
out to
Heyman Hustle.
Like this guy is. I don't think any of these managers would have been able to. Any of these advocates, excuse me, would have been able to do anything that Paul Heyman's been able to do so far. It's kind of going out there to say that, but it's the truth, and I'm gonna say it like that. It's Paul Heyman by far is the best manager advocate to have ever been in the WWE or NWA or WCW or any other wrestling association you want to bring up. Now that I got my love for Paul Heyman out there,
That's my old man crush.
that's a little scary. I do not see Roman Reigns winning this match. Now, Vince, I'm talking to you right now, Vince. This is me to you personally right here, okay? I know you like Roman's build, okay? We get it. He's a big guy.
You love yourself a sexy
You love
Samoan.
yourself a sexy Samoan. He's Rock Jr. Do not, and I repeat, do not give this title to Roman Reigns right now.
Still a little early for him.
He is amazing. He is a great wrestler. He's a great entertainer. He still has some work to do. You do not give this title to somebody and have it hold prestige who cannot cut a promo. And let's be real, he can't cut a promo whenever you're trying to feed him the lines to cut a promo. And yes, I feel like that's an important aspect for a champion, to cut a promo. If your champion can't sit there and deliver what he has to deliver and has trouble saying what he has to say, why should he be your champion? I need a champion that's going to be able to tell me what he's thinking on his mind, what he's got in his head, what he wants to say about so-and-so, without stumbling, without hesitating as to what he's got to say. Now, will they put on a hell of a match? Hell yes.
No doubt.
Undeniable. We're going to see probably the best match Roman Reigns in Roman Reigns' career.
Minus that Fastlane match with Daniel Bryan, because that was by far his best match.
Well, no, because I can tell you right now, I can see Brock Lesnar elevating this match even better than Daniel Bryan did. I see this match taking a good, this is, if the IC title match doesn't close out the night, this will. It's going to be amazing. That being said, and you're going to kill me for this, I see Brock Lesnar winning the match. I do not see Brock Lesnar walking out as WWE champion. I do not see him walk out of that stadium with that belt in his hands. Because WrestleMania is where it begins, damn it. The future begins at WrestleMania. And you're already looking at me like you hate me, and I don't care. And all you guys listening can say whatever you want to say. Sunday at WrestleMania, you get your first cash in at WrestleMania, and Mr. Seth Rollins will walk out your world heavyweight champion.
I don't see that. If Sethy was smart, he'd save it for Raw, where everyone can see him. Also,
Excuse me, hold on, time out. Everyone can see him?
yeah, not everyone's gonna buy WrestleMania.
What?
Everyone has cable; they can watch Raw.
Okay, so I told you that I told you guys earlier in the show that we would have instances where I go on a rant, and Kurt has just said the 2 or 3 words that have sent me on this next
Just
rant that I'm gonna go
started
into.
the flames.
That not everyone is going to watch WrestleMania. If you do not watch WrestleMania, I do not want you watching Raw. If you do not watch WrestleMania, you do not deserve to watch Raw.
No commitments. It's $9.99.
If you are a pro wrestling fan and you care where this business is going, there is no doubt about it. You will find a way to watch WrestleMania on Sunday. And it is literally in front of the world. That is the reason that WrestleMania is the #1 show of the year. Seth Rollins cashes in front of the world.
No. Who's going in as the face and who's going in as the heel?
Why does it always have to be white and black? Why do we need to go who's face, who's heel?
We have to have a yin and a yang. There's always
Why?
a good and an evil.
Really?
Of course.
So what happened in Triple Threat? You can't have 2 bad guys in a match? 2 heels going head to head as they did for a while when it was Seth Rollins was taking on Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, but we as the fans determine who's the heel and who is the baby.
Correct. And the second that Seth Rollins comes out to cash in, guess who automatically becomes a face? Guess who automatically becomes the face in that little matchup? the second that Seth Rollins, the biggest heel in the world. Oh dear God, it's Renee Young. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, we're watching WWE Network right now, and Renee Young is probably my second crush in the world.
Yeah, next to Dolph Ziggler.
You got jokes.
Sorry.
The second that Seth Rollins
There
comes
you
out,
go.
he is the biggest heel in the company at this moment. Brock Lesnar is not even close to being the biggest heel as Seth Rollins is.
I don't see Brock Lesnar walking out of WrestleMania. No manager, no belt, no nothing, new contract. No. The man's got a new contract, and you
Nobody
damn
said
sure
anything-
believe he's
nobody-
walking out with that belt.
Nobody said anything about no manager. The comment that I made was that Seth Rollins walks out with the title. That's all I said.
I'm assuming everyone who's ever watched Raw, and they caught that little promo that Paul Heyman
Are
had.
you talking about the wink?
Am I talking about the wink? Am I? What was that wink about? What do you think it was about?
Now look here.
Had me a little shook earlier. I saw Sports Nation even shook the man's hand.
Sorry, are you trying to? What are you trying to insinuate?
I'm
Are you saying
implying
Are you
that's.
saying that Paul Heyman is lining himself to leave Brock Lesnar?
I'm saying the man may walk out with no title or a manager. Just saying. Or an advocate, I should say.
I don't see Brock Lesnar ever losing Paul Heyman as an advocate. And I'll tell you, and I can tell you that Paul Heyman is the reason that Brock Lesnar got here. Now you're gonna. I have a feeling I know where you're gonna go with this, because I have a feeling you're gonna throw it on a CM Punk reference. And now if Paul Heyman turned his back on CM Punk, and I can understand that. I don't think that happens. And if it does, I guarantee you, I will have the biggest hate relationship with Paul Heyman for like 20 minutes. And at the beginning of our next podcast, I will hate Paul Heyman for the first 20 minutes of that podcast. But I guarantee you, I do not see Paul Heyman leaving Brock Lesnar anytime soon.
You guarantee?
I put my greedy guarantee on
Your
that.
greedy stamp. Can you guarantee?
I guarantee.
I can't wait for the next 48 hours. I just need it to be WrestleMania like now. I heard it's the one of the earliest WrestleManias ever too. Like, won't it like end and it'll still be daytime because it's Cali time, right? They're
California
doing Cali,
time.
the Candle Park,
So we're
Or
going
Candlestick?
Oh no, it's no longer Candlestick. It's Levi Stadium now.
Levi. I'm sorry, yeah.
Their start time is a whopping 2 o'clock in the afternoon for
Their time.
Their time. So you're waking
Wow.
up there. You got an hour before you got to get to the stadium because 2 o'clock hits. You got to be inside that arena, that stadium, for the kickoff show. 4 o'clock hits around over there. You got your first match of the night. Yeah, they're done by I think it'd be like 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock our time. Their time.
8 o'clock their time.
Their time.
So yeah, they could very easily still have some light out there.
Yeah.
Um,
That's cool. First, because I don't know if it was WrestleMania 9 when they did the Rome theme. The Caesar.
it was 8 or 9.
8 or 9. I don't know. Was that an all night? That looked like it was.
That was an all day, and then
all
it
day.
ended like really late at night. Can we talk about the entertainment real quick?
Yeah.
Fucking, why are we bringing in all these artists to do music during WrestleMania?
I don't know, man.
If I don't,
We need a halftime show, I suppose.
I mean,
Everyone needs a little break from the
the
wrestling.
The bathroom.
Yeah.
It gives us time to
We definitely can't say, "Oh, it's a Divas match. Let's use the bathroom." Nope. Those days are over.
those days are over, son. Give Divas #Give Divas a chance. That's 2 I dropped it today.
I counted.
I don't look. WrestleMania, I get it. You have to make money. You have to sell advertisements. Hell, we saw the BK Fry commercial in the middle of Raw. I don't see why you need these random artists that have nothing to do with wrestling coming in to make these appearances and these concerts in the middle of your show. You're taking away time from guys that have worked their asses off the entire year to get on WrestleMania just to have this person come on. I don't even know who the fuck is performing anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know
Because
who's
I think it's
performing.
more than one. I think there's like 4 different people performing at WrestleMania. And you're taking this time away from the actual wrestling that we all paid to watch. If you want to take our money for WrestleMania, take our money. That's fine. We don't give a shit. We'll sit here and we'll give you all our money for WrestleMania. Give me fucking wrestling. Don't give me music. That's all I want. I don't care. You're looking it up. I don't want to know who's there.
Kid Ink. He's from Cali.
Don't even know who the fuck that is.
Skylar Gray, who's actually a pretty good singer. I haven't really seen her do anything besides with Lupe Fiasco. So I mean, I haven't listened to any of her stuff by herself. And Travis Barker from Blink 182. Everybody loves himself some Travis Barker. Travis Barker, who his kids are huge fans. I've seen his Instagram. They are huge fans of WWE. Skylar Gray, I don't know about. And Kid Ink, I mean, he's our age, so I'm sure he may be a wrestling fan or he's seen some type of wrestling, but I'm sure he's in it for a payday.
This is what everybody is in there for. It's for payday. I can guarantee you, I don't think Kid Ink knows what a suplex is. I can guarantee you, Skylar Gray only knows wrestling because I think she did one of the pay-per-view shows a long time ago. But anyways,
Do you think any matches get cut? Any time get cut from anybody?
I think if you're cutting time, you're killing the divas.
You think that? I think they're gonna slow down that ladder match. I think that one's maybe gonna be cut a little bit. Or
You think
even
it's
the,
like
or
gonna-
even the oh shit.
Do you think they're gonna cut it off completely?
No. I think they're just gonna cut their time, or even the tag team match. They may cut their time.
That's pre-show.
Oh, that's pre-show, so they get full time. That's the only good thing about. I don't know if anyone.
Because they're only getting an hour in pre-show to do the memorial, the battle royal, and the. Because the pre-show, the matches start at 6:00 on the pre-show.
Oh.
So it's literally 6 to 7 is your pre-show,
Is your
time
pre-show.
for matches. So it's like you're getting maybe 10 minutes for a tag for a. Oh my god! Don't get me started, because that's a whole nother rant that I'll get to you guys another time. Your number one match for the night.
Wait, what?
Your top match for tomorrow for WrestleMania.
That I think's gonna steal the show.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, with Randy Orton winning, by the way.
And your one person to steal the show.
Paul Heyman
Doesn't count.
doesn't count.
Doesn't count. Unless Paul Heyman's doing an elbow drop from the top rope onto Brock Lesnar because he's leaving them.
He's gonna leave, but he's not gonna leave with a badass. He'll leave with a Samoan badass, but I don't think he's gonna leave with an ass kicker.
Not happening.
All right. Then Dolph Ziggler for the IC title. That's my surprise then.
I'm going to go all IC title. Both steal the show. It's gonna give you the best match of the night.
That's gonna be one of my favorites. I love everybody in there.
I'm gonna give it to Dean Ambrose. We've seen
Definitely a sleeper pick.
We've seen what Dean can do with a ladder against Bray. Now he's got 6 other people to do it to.
I love those elbows he drops, by the way. Those are
some nasty
awesome.
ass elbows. That's just saying. Real quick before we get out of here, Bo Dallas. Are you still a believer that he comes back on WrestleMania?
I'm always gonna be a believer. Been a believer since day one, and I was actually talking to you about it was like 2 weeks ago, and I was asking you, I was like, wouldn't it be cool, like fantasy wise, if they had brought in Bo and they had like recognized him as Bray's brother, and they could be a tag team, and that would be an awesome addition to the tag team division. And I think they and the Usos would be like magic, like Walt Disney.
So, how long has it been since we've seen Bo Dallas?
Oh,
We're looking
man,
at
it's been
months,
like
right?
6 months.
Okay.
It's been a while.
How long did it take you to grow your little beard that finally started setting in?
It may have been 6 months, but
Feels like 10 years.
I'm saying they kept him off TV for 6 months. You're giving the man some time to grow out his hair, grow out a beard. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that very shortly. That is a very, very, it's a dream fantasy booking. Hashtag fantasy booking.
Oh, we're gonna do shows about that. Don't you guys worry.
Oh, we'll have that time for it. Don't you worry. I think that there would definitely be a good surprise. I see Bo Dallas coming in at the pre-show battle royal. Just as a heads up. Surprise! Don't be surprised, all right, guys. But man, Sunday, 2 days.
Can't wait.
We are literally
Order your wings.
exactly 48 hours away from the middle of the pre-show starting. We are 49 hours away, 48 hours and 50 minutes from WrestleMania kicking off, guys. It is going to be an amazing weekend. It's starting to shape up into an amazing weekend. You have WrestleMania today on the network. We have the Hall of Fame tomorrow night. By the way, thank you, Jesus. Jerry the King Lawler is still hosting the Hall of Fame show, not Eva Marie. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh yeah, was that a rumor that we had heard that Eva Marie was gonna host the show?
It ended up being just a rumor. We got lucky
goodness.
on that one. the King did an interview yesterday, and he says, "Oh, that's a bullshit rumor." So he's still hosting. Thank you, Jesus. Who are you excited to see get into the Hall of Fame?
Big sexy Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Kind of wish they had added X-Pac in there as well, but they put in Larry Zbyszko. I don't know when the hell I've ever seen Larry Zbyszko wrestle. I've been a wrestling fan all my life, and when I was just a young lad, I don't even remember him wrestling. I remember in WCW, and he was an announcer, but I don't remember him wrestling for anything.
How can you sit there and say that your favorite stable in all of wrestling was the Dangerous Alliance, and not know that Larry Zbyszko was part of the Dangerous Alliance?
No, I know he was in the Dangerous Alliance. I don't remember him wrestling, like, ever, when I was watching wrestling. Whenever I remember seeing him, he was announcing or he was interviewing, but I don't remember seeing him wrestle.
I can tell you for a fact I've never seen him wrestle either.
Yeah.
The last time we saw him was in TNA. That I saw him, but I think it was.
Was he announcing then, or was he actually
like
was he active?
manager. Apparently, he was like a side joint kind of deal.
Okay, so he was an active wrestler.
Last time he was actually wrestling, I don't think it was like. It was with WCW.
I don't know if he has a daughter. I think someone said he had a daughter, and she's supposedly developing into a pretty decent wrestler. She's in the Indies right now.
I mean, I can see why. I mean, he was trained by Bruno Sammartino.
Oh.
So I mean, you can see some legitimacy behind him and all that.
Maybe that was a Bruno thing. He probably put in a good word.
Yeah, Bruno's probably like, look, man, you get this guy in there.
I am excited to hear Alundra Blaze's her speech. That's one thing I'm interested in hearing.
A lot of people are surprised that she finally got in.
They're almost running out of divas to get in there. I mean, they almost got everything. Moolah's in there.
What are you talking about?
May's in there.
It's all about the new age divas now. It's time to bring up, Well, granted, you already started with Lita and you started with Trish already. But you still got some divas out there that'll still make it up there. You never know how it goes.
I'm calling it next year. They need to induct my girl Jacqueline into the Hall of Fame. We need Jackie back.
You're sitting here and going, why are they inducting Larry Zbyszko? Why should they induct Jacqueline over any other diva before that?
Well, I mean, they got most of the important ones already. I mean, Victoria, she's still active, I think. She's still in the Indies. Ivory, I'm sure she's retired. Molly Holly, I don't know. Oh, they could put her in there. She was a beast.
She was.
I know they're not going to put China in for obvious reasons.
Let's not go into that one. He's only won one championship.
They put Sonny in there last year, didn't they? Isn't Sonny in there?
Sonny's been in there a few years.
So Sonny's been in there, yeah. Sable's in there.
Funny story. Sonny is actually on my Twitter.
Is she?
Which is kind of weird, but yeah, she.
That Cougar Love.
When I first
Nothing wrong with that Cougar Love.
When I first started on Twitter, on my personal one, she was one of the first people that added me, so it was kind of cool.
Brass Ring Club, go get their new shirts.
Oh shit! Sorry guys, we got distracted because Cesaro and Tyson Kidd are on WWE Today right now, which we got to check out a little bit. I think I'm excited. I'm excited for big sexy, Big Daddy Cool Diesel. I was surprised. I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised they didn't do it earlier.
Like as an NWO thing, or as a Big Daddy Cool Diesel thing, or a Kevin Nash thing?
Because let's be real, he changed everything that was wrestling at the time. He is the reason wrestlers get paid the way they get paid now. Him and Scott Hall were the ones that really said, hey, we're going to start going into guaranteed money. And this is where wrestlers started getting paid over time versus just per appearance. And I think they did a big thing about that where they're the reason the guys get paid how they get paid now. So I'm definitely excited to see him get in there, and I can't wait to hear his speeches. Rikishi.
Oh, I hope he just does his dance up there. That's all I care about. I just want to do his Rikishi dance.
Him and the Usos are gonna dance.
Are the Usos gonna induct him, or is it gonna be too cool? Or are they gonna announce him out? Who's gonna announce him out?
The Usos are gonna be the ones to induct him. So they'll give the Usos will give a speech about their daddy before he comes out. There is no word yet on what's going on with Too Cool.
Yeah, last time we saw them, they were getting their asses handed to them by the Ascension in NXT.
Yeah, that is true. But No idea what's going on with that. I think that's going to be an interesting one. To see get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's an interesting class. I can tell you that one.
Yeah, they definitely revamped it this year.
A lot more than usual, which is kind of cool because we get a lot of. It's about time we got to see Randy Savage get inducted. A long time coming. I'm curious to see who's going to accept it on his behalf and all that.
I really hope it's his brother.
That's what everybody's saying. That'll be a good one, but we'll see. But yeah, it's the best weekend in the world. It's the best weekend of the year. I think we can all say we're ready for it. It's time for the show of shows, the pageantry, the spectacle that is WrestleMania.
We've been fantasy booking for months now. I think it's finally time to see what we're gonna get.
It's the time for fantasy booking, and the time for predictions is now over. I think we're ready to head into Sunday, and I think it's now time to just see what happens. And it'll be a good weekend. It'll be a good Sunday, and let's hope when we hear from us on Sunday night, we have some good stuff to talk about. I'm Kevin. That's Curtis.
I'm Curtis.
We'll be here every couple weeks. We'll try to give you guys some more information as soon as we can. Like I said, our next podcast will be on Sunday. A lot to go over on Sunday. Be ready for a heavy show, guys. Heavy show with a lot of information. Reach out to us, guys. We're on Twitter at Rafters Podcast, Facebook.com/Rafters Podcast. Hit us up on Gmail, from the Rafters Podcast at gmail.com. Send us your questions. Send us just random emails. Let us know what you guys think.
I'm at I got DMV Soul on Twitter, and I'm CMoney87 on Snapchat.
Careful with those snaps, guys.
Yeah, careful
you
with
can
those
follow
snaps,
me
guys.
at Greedy1989 on Twitter. Guys, just email us. Let us know what you guys think. What do you guys want to hear more of? We know this was WWE heavy. We're getting into WrestleMania season. It's WrestleMania weekend. We will be bringing you guys more variety as soon as we can. Once we get into the routine, and we'll get you more information there, guys.
Oh, we're on SoundCloud.
We are on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Raptors Podcast. This is where you will be hearing us off of SoundCloud, and we thank you guys for checking us out. Again, any questions, guys, please hit us up.
We'll put all the links in the show notes.
We will give you all that information. Don't you guys worry. Again, I'm Kevin.
Curtis.
Thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys next time.
Peace.